Hi, Nik Colyer here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. In my little machinist world here, this almost never happens. Usually what I get is some kind of sketch that says, you know, what they want and measurements, and or I'll get an engineered drawing to quote, and that's it. That's all I know, that one part. And it could be a part of a space shuttle, who knows? And more than often, the people don't tell me because it's a secret. This time, the guy was totally proud to show me pictures of his car. So coming up, we got some photos of the car that this hub is going into. So I want to reduce this the size of the piece a bit. All right, that's pretty much does that for the diameter. I mean, it's really a random diameter. So now what we need to do is come in and put our radiuses in, our two radiuses. And so I think the first thing we want to do is come up with a tool holder that's gonna be suited for this and square it up. All right, we need to get rid of some of this metal. Okay, now we want to square this up. I think we can do it on the chuck. Yeah, should be able to. Okay, just snug it down. Damn it. Lucky I didn't have it tight. Okay, snugging it down, coming out. We'll go ahead and tighten it up and then take out this old bit. Ouch! Pinched myself. Put in the new one. And then I put this little line in here because I'm just slightly off center. So what I want to do is just come, not even that much, just a little bit. Now hopefully I'm going to be able to get into here. Looks like no problem. No problem. Okay, so now we're going to slow this thing way down because we're dealing with this pretty stout material, and even though I have a Momax bit in there, which is some high-grade stuff, it's still gonna put a lot of pressure on it. So we will go ahead and get started. Let's just see what that does. All right, I think we've got something here. It looks pretty good. We're definitely sitting on top of that. We could come in just a little further. Let me measure it. We're trying to get to somewhat center. It doesn't really matter. So 350. So 175. Geez, it's almost there. Okay, let's start in on the other side. How does this look finish-wise? Looks good. Okay, so we're going to start in on the other side, and we're going to do the same distance. So okay. No, that looks good. All right, I want to go measure that web right there, and we'll come back in a minute. All right, that web's right at 40 thousandths, and we're sitting at about 75 right now, so we got a ways to go. All right, we're sitting at about 80 right now. Okay. Okay, we're sitting right at 40 thousandths. Yeah, that's going to look good. All right, let's take this off. Okay, and I just want to put a taper on that, so I mean we're not going to hit anything, but still we want to get it somewhat tapered out there. So let's just run that in. I'd say that looks pretty damn good. Okay, that's a good start. Now we got to come in and cut our webs. So let's take this over to the mill and see what we can come up with. All right, so using this as my general pattern, it looks like we have, the way this thing is set up, let me get a scale here, is my straight line is just this side of center. And so I came in and I'm just that side of center. Let's get a little bit closer. No, actually I'm thinking that's pretty good. So, and I went down to this line here, and we're just going to cut straight across and go from there. Got our gibs locked. Got some oil. Looks pretty good. Okay, so bring it back through. So now 60. There's 30, 10, 20, 30. There's 60. Okay, well, we got that pretty well cut. Let's blow it up and see what it looks like. I say it looks pretty good. Yeah, of course the edges aren't sharp. We were going to heat treat this so everything's going to get dull again, but we'll just put it back in here and we'll run it through with a bit this size and just face that cutting edge off. So next thing we're going to do is come in and reduce our pressure angle here and get rid of that part so that this is all we have to grind down, you know, to get a taper going, so we have a sharp edge and nothing trailing behind it. So I'm thinking we might come in with a saw blade and do that. It all depends on what happens, but a saw blade would be the deal. Hey, I'm having fun. This is the first time it's coming out really good. I'm actually pretty enthused. Hey, this is Nik Colyer. We'll see you tomorrow. It's lunchtime. I'm ready to do that, and then I got other things to do. Okay, bye. Okay, as you can see from this angle, this is what we're going to take off, just that little slice right there. And that's going to leave us just about 1/4 of an inch of material to take down. Oh, let's not go that fast. What, did I not tighten it? I swear I didn't tighten it. Okay, so let's redo that. About right there. Snug it down this time. How's that look? It's going to hit just a little bit high on that thing, but I think we're going to be happy with that. Could we come down a little bit? Probably. I'd say that's just about right. Let's make sure our blade's turning the right way, and it is. There it is. Okay, back out. Let's see what we got in here. We got just a little bit of an edge. I think I can just grind it down. It's perfect. Okay, so the next next, what, 60 degrees. $30, $60. There it is. Tighten that up. Let's do it. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Flip that one little piece back off, and kick our saw back up, and there's our piece. They still got more to do on it, but the basics are there. Okay, so at this point we've got all our rough edges filed down, and we've got a fairly smooth surface up the top here. What we need to do is we need to come in and take everything behind this front edge back and down, so that when this front edge hits the material we're going to work with, it's the cutting edge and there's nothing dragging behind it. So what I've done is put Dykem on the teeth, and what we're going to do is just come in and grind it up to about, oh, I don't know, 20 or 30 thousandths from the end, and just grind back just the slightest amount. I mean, maybe a taper of 10 thousandths, 15 thousandths up to that edge, and then come in probably with a hand file and just file that edge so that it's just slightly backdropped. So let's go over to the grinder and see what we can do with the grinder. Alright, so we're going to take our diamond plate here and kiss that front edge just to bring it back. And all we really need to do is about that much, because that's how deep the teeth are. And that one just pretty much took right away. There we go. Nice sharp edge. Now we'll come back after we heat treat this and do this again, but I just wanted to get the angles right while it was easy, because once it's heat treated, it ain't gonna be easy. All right. That's pretty much got it. Now, I wouldn't mind coming in and just kissing those surfaces. I mean, we got a nice cutting edge, but the inside radius is a little shaky. I might just do it by hand. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's see what we can do with the Fordham here. It's not got high RPMs, but it is doable. All we really need to do is that top 1/4 inch. Okay, that gives us pretty sharp edge all the way around. Now, of course, once we heat treat it, we'll come back in and resharpen those edges. But I think we've got what we're looking for. Well, and we'll be holy back. Shit. You know, I had to go into town to drop the truck off, and my mind was relaxed enough that I kind of was thinking about this, and I'm, you know, all of a sudden I just realized that I'm cutting the wrong end, the wrong side. This is the spline I want to end up with. Well, wait a second. No, it is the right one. Okay. Forget that. Okay, well, it turns out that our web was just a little bit too wide. It had, it made the arch too wide, so we needed to bring it in so it was narrower. And, you know, it's such a slight amount that I came in and squared off the top here, and then we're just taking measurements from the top. And supposedly it's 40 thousandths. And we're sitting at very close to that. And we got just a little bit more to take off. And I've been coming in with a file and just rounding the edge with the file. Let's see what we can do. Oh, and that looks really close. That is right on the money. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so we've got our new edge here. Now what I have to do is take it back until we just have a little bit showing. And we did it on the grinder earlier, but I'm going to try it with the file. The file seems to be doing okay. It takes longer, but it's more accurate. Okay. Now I know this isn't how they do it in the big shops, you know, because they come out all specific and every cut is an equal cut. This is more hand operated, so but I think we're going to get to the same place. Eventually. Much more controlled. I like that. Okay, do the next one. Okay, we did the one side, we flipped it over, it did the second side, and then we came in and faced off these faces with the file.